Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What in the world is going on? Can anybody hear me? You can hear us. You can hear me. I can't hear anybody or Maria. So, all right. So, okay, I can't hear any of you. So, um, we know we've got a lot going on. We got a lot of big weekends ahead, a lot of changes going on in the world. Uh, RV coming. Maria's the expert on that. I was posting some things today on silver, and it's very low today, between 65 and 69. It's been floating around. That's low. If you want to get it, you have to get it now, because in about a week or two, you're not going to be able to purchase it anymore for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's going to go over 120. And then from there, it'll be the sky's the limit. Number two, there will be a shortage because the banks are going to try to buy up whatever is left.
Hold on,
And
sorry to interrupt. Yay, Jackie, I can hear you now. Okay, all good.
all right. Thank God. Okay, I was just giving him a little bit on silver. So they have been shorting with paper, throwing it at the system, buying it up, and they'll try to convince you to sell yours because it's not worth anything anymore. Don't do it, because they're going to snatch yours up too. So you just hang in there, watch the show. It'll be fine. A lot of people are very nervous, especially some of the things that we have been hearing. Whether you listen to what Maria says, some podcasters she's familiar with, whether you're reading it in places, whatever it is. We have exciting, we have a little bit of scary, not fearful. I'm going to talk about that. A little bit of scary. Is it really going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Yes, it is going to happen. It's already happened. We just have to wait. Okay. I want to say a little something about fear. There's something we do every day. I was driving the other day and this hit me. When you're driving, there's something in the middle of the road. It's a line. It's a white line. Okay. We're not in fear of that. We have total faith that that white line is protecting us so many feet from the other car coming in the other direction. Okay. So if we can have the faith in that, we can have the faith of what's going to be bestowed upon us. Prosperity. It's been written. It's coming. The system is changing. In my opinion, and all the things that I've been reading and listening to, and things that Maria and I have discussed in some of the other groups. So if you can drive with another car coming in the other direction with no fear, with a white line, you can bet and rest assured that white line connection that you have to Source God has got your best interest, and not to be fear. Fear is the opposite of faith. So you're going to have faith. This is all happening. It's happened before. It's going to happen again, and it's coming. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are uncertain what they're going to do. We're all in it. We all have something that we're concerned about. We're going to make it. It's just going to make it even sweeter. Okay. A lot of people have been having issues with illnesses at this time. Um, that's all based on fear, trauma, letting go. There's a lot of things going on in the atmosphere. The pressure of the earth has changed. Weather is changing. Seasons are moving quicker. The days are moving quicker. It's getting brighter quicker. Everything is speeding up. So the body's trying to adjust. You can ground yourself. You can listen to meditative music, light a candle, use Epsom salts. If you need an extra boost, I represent two products. I represent the molecular hydrogen water, which passes through the blood brain barrier, which helps recreate the youth in the body, as well as the NAD, natural NAD, nicotinamide, which is the reversal of age. And I'm also involved with the LifeWave X39 patches, which rebuild your stem cells, which have also been found to reverse the damage from. Okay, if anybody has any questions, vitalforces.net, or you can send me an email at vitalforcesnj@gmail.com. And if you want to speak to me, I'll give you my phone number when you contact me. Okay? Can you still hear me, Maria? Hello. Yes, vitalforces.net is my site. No space between vital forces. Oh, that was my cat jumped up. You scared me. And then my email is vitalforcesnj@gmail.com. Thank you, Pete, for putting that up. I'm happy you guys can hear me. I'm not getting any feedback, so I'm glad you can hear me. If you have any questions, I can see them in the chat and I can help you with them. And of course, my cat wants to help you too. Thanks, Bubs. In my opinion, I think it will, especially with conversing with Maria, the way things are looking. Yes. In my opinion, I don't think it'll go past Easter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he is. That's my bubby. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. Maria, you there? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear Maria? Is she talking? We're really having some technical issues tonight. Hmm? Yes, buddy. Yes, the cat wants a show. I don't know what happened to Maria's feed. It's really been kind of a crazy night. Yeah, I stay positive with this. I've had faith in this for a very long time. When I first got introduced to currencies about 9 years ago, I don't have a doubt. in it. I don't have one doubt in it. That's how much I feel it. Yeah, Chella, I did not know Chella Smith. I understand that was a very good friend of Maria's, a fellow podcaster. Unfortunately, cancer. I don't know the extent of it, but it's really a shame that this happened. And there seems to be more cases of this than ever. Turbo, and that's all I'm going to say. Hey, Earl, I just saw your message. Great. Yes, I see that. Brain cancer. Thank you. Suddenly. One thing I want to say, the soul never dies. The soul leaves the vessel and it moves into another dimension. So it goes into a higher vibration. All right. I work with a lot of this. And when you lose a loved one, they're still around. Believe me, they are still around. Anybody have any questions? I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I don't know what happened to Maria's sound. Hey, Bonnie, thank you for concurring with that. I don't know who's saying 3 months for the RV. I'm not familiar with that. The person who's saying that, can you tell me where you heard that from? Yes, the cat gave me a mustache. I don't know anything about the aggro checks. I'm sorry. I can't answer that. I really don't. That's Maria's expertise. Yes, the airports are crazy. The one party in Washington would prefer to have the TSA not work with have them work without pay. It looks like it's just getting worse. Of course, that's what they want. I'd like to know where the 3 months came from, where somebody brought that up, because that's not what I'm hearing. Yes, Chuck Norris passed today, too. That's true. It's making it harder for the bad guys to get away.
Hey, Jack, I can hear you. Can you
You
hear
can
me?
hear me now? Yay.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but you're not very loud.
Okay. But you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, should I start did you finish everything? Can I start the update?
Yeah,
And
go ahead. Yep.
okay. All right, guys. Hey, how you doing? First of all, I want to talk about Chella. Chella, it was it was Chella that passed, okay? And Chella was an amazing, kind, extremely smart human that always said facts. She never hyped anything. She was a Denarian. She was a content provider on YouTube. She was absolutely beautiful. And just there's not enough things I can say on how sad I am as to what happened to her. So she was battling brain cancer, but then she took something which I cannot discuss, which very quickly progressed it. Okay. And that's what basically took her life. So unfortunately, I'm very saddened by it. It's, you know, it that it's just extremely sad. And everybody that knew her and Benny, matter of fact, had a crush on Chella. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he had a crush on her. And so um that's what, if you guys have any questions about that, I can discuss that. But on a positive note, I want to go into an update and then we'll answer some questions. And there was a question I saw about the Bolivar. Yes, I am familiar with the Bolivar. And in my opinion, yes, it will go with the Dong and Dinar. Okay. Does that answer a question? The question? All right. So here's an update. Um, in my opinion, from what I'm hearing, they had a meeting with Parliament on Tuesday night. And from what I'm hearing, is that they did pass the HCL because the next day they started flowing the oil. Okay. Um, so, and they reached an agreement. So, what agreement would Baghdad and Kurdistan reach about oil if it's not the HCL? You guys see what I'm saying? Now, the HCL requires a rate, correct? Because the oil credits, they need to be valued. Am I right? Because if you can't put a value on something, like you can't um have a value without, you know what I mean, with a nominal rate. Like you understand? Because they would have done it if that was the case. So that's that. And if it's proven to be what it is, we're going to see the rear very shortly, in my opinion. Okay. Next thing, everything has to be announced together, correct? So they keep saying, we're going to announce the new prime minister, we're going to announce the government, we're going to do blah, blah, blah. But it keeps being delayed, right? Well, it keeps being delayed because everything is going to be announced, like I said, together. Okay. This is Kuwait 2.0. I don't know if you guys see it, but that's exactly what it is. Okay. So we have things that are lining up, correct? Because this is event based. We all knew that. Okay. It's very well planned and event based. Now, I don't have 100% facts on Netanyahu, but I have my opinion as to where he's at and whether he is living or not. Okay. Now, as you all saw, Secretary Bissett was doing an interview. Then all of a sudden he gets pulled out of that interview. Okay. And he comes back very sad. So, in my opinion, he was given some kind of news that made him very sad. Right. And that news was the no longer Mr. Prime Minister being around. That's just my opinion. Everybody has their opinions. All right. Now, I told you guys that Mr. T likes to put people at like let people set them up themselves. And and I said that as per Kim Clement prophecy, Israel was going to do something to betray the United States, right? Now, did you guys not see what Israel did behind Mr. T's back? They went and bombed um, a facility in Iran, which was owned by Qatar, without any knowledge of the United States, right? Which made Mr. T very angry. So now that exposes Israel and it exposes the betrayal. So, as per prophecy, we see that, right? Because now, if Qatar, say, wants to retaliate because they got bombed, everything, so the whole world is basically going to go against Israel. That's what makes Israel last, okay? In my opinion, the war in Iran is done, okay? So, and it was also all a planned event, okay? Because 2 months ago, they had started implementing a prosperity package for Iran. Now, how can you implement a prosperity package if you're going to go and destroy this country? Does that make sense? Okay. So, obviously, it's all situated right now. Another thing, 2 months ago, isn't that when the UN Secretary General came to Iraq 2 weeks early and made them sovereign? Yes, it is. Where else did Mr. UN Secretary General go besides Iraq? He went to Iran, he went to Syria, he went to Turkey, right? What are all those countries currently going through? A monetary reform, correct? They're all also dropping zeros and getting lower notes, right? And they're all in the basket with the dinar, with the dong, okay? So, Tom Barak also comes to countries at the end of monetary reforms, right? And I just saw someone say that the Clarity Act has passed. And I have to, in my opinion, agree with that person, okay? But they're already using the XRP for cross border payments from an executive order that was signed, right? Can you do international trade with a nominal currency that has no weight to it? No, you cannot. You can only use it domestically, right? You can only use it domestically. So, how are they doing trade with China on the TIR system using XRP for cross border payments if they do not have a rate? And you can say second set of books, whatever the case may be. They have to come out publicly. Their budget, they're saying, is 1,300. Okay. But you don't have the budget actually passed and finished for 2026. You're still back on your tripartite budget, right? Which you didn't even have an actual budget. Then you were working on a temporary rate per barrel, all right? And what do you call it? You made an amendment. And you made the amendment to what? Article 12-2C, which is related to what? Oil, right? Which is HCl, right? Article 140, all of that. So, what do you think that amendment was in that budget? Which they cannot show you until they publicly show the rate on Forex. I mean, on the CBI. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, all of that together. Iraq is the linchpin. Blockchain, they are the hub for fintech, right? If a country is a third world country with a nominal rate currency, why would they be chosen to be the hub for the new digital system? Okay, so they can play any game they want. I'm just trying to put it together for you guys, right? But it doesn't work. Okay, you can tell me, Mr. Alak, 1,000 times over that you're not changing the rate. But I saw an article where they're going to increase the value and then drop the zeros. And at the end of the day, dropping the zeros, the redenomination, it's in country. It has nothing to do with international. Okay, because they're gaining purchasing power while you're making money off your investment. Okay, so that's that. Iraq is going to be ascending into the WTO on the 29th. And they absolutely can ascend with a 1300 rate. But how does that work with them ascending and being able to have they have that convertible currency, okay? 1300 it's sanctioned. They cannot do international trade with a nominal non-weighted currency. It has to have a value, right? Okay. So, that's the bottom line. All these things are happening because, in my very strong opinion, they have a rate. Okay. Everything is set up. And so, to get back to what I was saying about Israel last and Iran and stuff, per Kim Clement prophecy, it's Iran and Iraq are going to be freed from the hand of America, right? So that means that America, everything is pegged to the American dollar, right? Free the hand in the basket. Now they're paired all the currencies because they have their own weighted value. So they can all stand up for themselves. Like they can all have their own separate, currency, right? Now, Iran, didn't they not drop the zeros? They did, right? This is what my opinion is. And I believe very strongly this will happen this month. And I believe it will happen before the WTO session because they have to go there. WTO has to benefit. Just like Mr. T is not going to get involved with any country unless he's making money off of it. Venezuela is a super rich country. And look how quick he jumped in there. Oh, we're now allies, we're partners. Their stock exchange is going crazy. Okay. Venezuela, all of a sudden, everybody's increasing their value, right? But nobody ever thought that. Nobody ever thought that. Venezuela, Iran, all of them are going to go. Tunisia, you know what I mean? Syria, nobody ever thought that. But then, boom, the same thing with Shiba Inu, just to bring that up. It was a meme coin. But now, all of a sudden, for the SEC, is a commodity. You see the surprises? So, this is what I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking that Mr. T is going to make an announcement that the war is over in Iran. At the same time, the announcement of Mr. PM is going to be made public about that he's, the truth will come out. That's going to piss off a lot of the sleeper cells from Houthis, from Hezbollah, all that stuff, right? From Israel, from Iran that are in the United States. They will be activated. You're going to see a lot of chaos, specifically in New York and California. Okay. You're going to see a lot of weather events all at one time. All right. During that time, you're not going to be paying attention to the currencies. That's when I believe the switch will be flipped. Okay. I'm also being told that by mid next week, the USNs are green lighted to be used at American banks. Okay. Now, in order for them to do the golden age and show asset back new currency, they have to crash the fiat dollar. Is that not correct? That is, right? So, what happens when the dollar crashes? Because they're manipulating cryptos and they're manipulating the precious metals, right? So, they're going to manipulate it to the point where they crash the dollar. Okay. When they crash the dollar, they use the foreign currency reserves. Okay, that's where your foreign currency comes in. Okay, and you have the switch flipped. So there you go. Then I believe there's going to be a short window, I'd say 24 to 72 hours, where cryptos and the stock market, as per prophecy for the stock market, is going to crash. You're going to have an ability to buy your cryptos, precious metals, all right? And then it's going to just skyrocket. That's when he comes out and announces the golden age, the USNs, and everything, and it's a done deal. And I believe Kuwait changed their currency during Ramadan. I think that this is going to happen the month of March, but after Eid. That is my opinion. So I don't know where 3 months came from or whatever the case may be. I do not believe that in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay. This is, again, thought out, well planned, event based operation. Okay. And the sleeper cells will be activated. And I would be looking at the Golden Gate Bridge, the Trump Tower, and the Statue of Liberty. Also, Kim Clement had a prophecy about the Three Eye Atlas. Aren't we seeing objects in the sky in California right now? That I think will also be part of this. All right. Now, um, what else? What am I gonna say? Hold on. I'm going through a little something right now. With all these technical difficulties, I'm like, my brain is not where it's supposed to be. So I'm sorry, guys. That's why my screen is off. Um, let's see. Also, the smoke. We're not going to change our currency, but yet Sudani, you're gonna add value to the dinar. Okay, you made all these promises. You swore on the fatwa, all this stuff, but you couldn't do it because you were controlled by Iran, right? Maliki and his whole posse. He just went and saw the PMF, right? To try to make sure everything is like to kind of calm them down. It has nothing to do with oh, war or anything like that. This is all like a show, okay? Like a movie. Like everything is just it's a movie. Period. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it's all going to be announced together. They're going to announce once all that is done beforehand. They're going to announce the prime minister. The government is seated because the government is Sudanese. So they don't have to wait. It's already done. Okay. The presidents and we know that Hussein from Kurdistan, Rashid, and Sudani. Then you have Hal Busi and you have the two deputies. And then you have a seated government without the Iranian militias because they just demolished them. So all of that, I believe, is going to happen. And then after it does, he's going to come out, announce the golden age, announce the Clarity Act, all about cryptos, blockchain, everything, because you have to crash the old to bring in the new. Make sense? As to where the prophecy says there's going to be what you call it a crash in the financial system. Shake, shake, shake. What's going to shake, shake, shake? Didn't California just have an earthquake? The whole Iran thing, like you see how the prophecy is playing out as well, along with critical thinking and putting things together. That's what I'm thinking. So, and as I said, I believe the Venezuelan bolivar, the Iraqi dinar, Indonesian rupiah, Iranian rial, Vietnamese dong, amongst other currencies, because you got to understand, once they're all increasing and they're all in a basket, it works as supply and demand for all those currencies. So if the Iraqi dinar is increasing in value, all the currencies in that basket are also increasing in value. And the same works with crypto. Okay. So now let me tell you another thing. I was on Exchange of America. Okay. And I look at the currencies and I look at all the Middle Eastern countries and they have all increased their rates into the mid threes. Why all of a sudden? And remember, before Iraq paid off Kuwait, right? They were only allowed to be like, I think, a 15-cent difference. But now they have paid them off. And they have all this stuff going on, the Oscada system. Everything is in Iraq, not anywhere else, in Iraq. Why? If they're not going to do anything, they're going to be the hub, they're going to be the leader, just like they were before. You know? So I'll take questions now. Baha girl, I would have to agree with you about the Zim, in my opinion. Everything, prophecy, everything is lining up. Hey, Cap, how are you? The oil, right? And a lot of these countries are not just oil based. And that's what Iraq is doing right now, non oil revenues, right? That's what needs to happen. The IMF, the SDR, compared to the Iraqi dinar, is now XDR to the Iraqi dinar. They have, if you look at the stock exchange, and I'll post it, they have an ETF, the Iraqi dinar. Okay. And don't listen to the garbage about the digital dinar on Coinbase. That is not the digital dinar. Okay. And no, it's not on Forex at 481 because her ex felon that lied about being in the military is saying so. Just saying. And bring up Shella again. She needs to never compare herself to Chella because Chella is a real Christian. Okay. This one is not. That's all I'm going to say. Don't disrespect Chella by comparing her to that. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. Okay. Now I'm going to take questions. Sorry for that. I just had to say that. You're absolutely pathetic. Okay, Rob Wills. Bye bye. Yeah. Don't get me started. Exactly. Chella was classy. She was a real Christian. She was a beautiful, beautiful soul. Highly intelligent. Very researched. There are so many amazing things that you could say about that woman. And so sad that it happened to a person like that. Okay. And me and her are approximately the same age and both had, cancer, everything like that. And both took a certain thing that I can't discuss on YouTube, you know? And I'm highly saddened that a person like Chella was taken away too soon. Fahim, IQD is not an exotic currency. They were taken out of Chapter 7 and they are not an exotic currency anymore. I will post. You could they're a minor currency right now. Kev is saying 10 days of darkness. I believe it's going to be 3 days, in my opinion. I don't know if anybody Jack, what do you think about that?
I agree with that. Maybe even less.
So, um questions? Will the higher price of oil affect the rates? In my opinion, Pete, yes. Lulu, do you believe the EBS will announce first than the RV? In my opinion, RV then EBS. VED Digitalis is what people should be holding. Blessed, highly favored. Actually, it's the VES, Venezuelan Bolivar Sabriano. No, LM King. If the dollar crashes, won't make our dinar money disappear. No, because the dollar is fiat, and we're switching to asset backed. So we're switching to a stronger currency, and that's where the whole thing level playing field comes about. AP didn't talk about Iraq stockpiling money for an RV, right? And also gold. Do you notice how much gold they're buying? Why? Because the currency is going to be backed by precious metals. And Jackie can also talk about that as well, right, Jack?
Yeah, in the beginning, I don't know if you heard me, I spoke a lot about it. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, silver will surpass gold. It is gold on steroids. That's what silver is.
Right, and also silver is used for so many things that is needed for that.
Everything. It was reclassified. It's going further than what we know right now.
Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie, my admin. Are agro checks still considered bonds or are they currencies? So the agro check is a bond, the same as the T note. They are bonds, sweetie. Um, Joey Biano, will stock market crash before the RV? Yes, in my opinion. I just talked about that. Wick Winston, don't the banks have to fail, then EBS, then revalue? So don't you think the banks are failing right now with the fiat dollar completely losing its value? And once the fiat dollar crashes, that's where the foreign currency reserves come in. Okay. Medina 3860. When do you all think this will take place? People are saying this week. We're not going to give date. We're going to give a timeline based on events. Okay. So with all the stuff that's happening and their ascension into the WTO and going off of Kuwait, and I think, in my opinion, it'll happen on a Monday and it'll happen in the afternoon because everybody's expecting it to happen overnight. It's not because it's a speculative investment. They don't want you to know when it's going to go down to avoid shocks, avoid bank runs, and different things like that. Yes, Ted Newcomb. Agros are bear bonds. Yes. Terrence, good point. Buying gold in record numbers. Why? Why are they doing that? Because they're all, you know, it's a wealth transfer, right? They need to make their currency stronger, so they have to make it asset back. Silver is going to explode. Yes. Jam Cham, hey, thank you for being a member. How are you? What year Venezuela must I get? So from what I was told, 18 to 23.
Somebody asked a question about copper, Maria.
Oh, copper is going to be huge too.
Yeah.
Copper is going to be real. Go ahead, Jack. You can answer that.
About 2 years ago, I purchased it at 43 cents. The last I saw it was $6. So when silver becomes very hard to get, copper is the thing you want to get now because it is second in the conductor. Silver is your number one conductor, copper is your secondary conductor. It's also a healer. It can also stop what's called, I'm pretty sure it's called an acron energy that enters the left side of your heart. So if you wear it on the left side of your body, it blocks those energies and keeps you healthy. And it also balances your water. So it's a very good metal to invest in. It's cheap right now. I I got into it. In my opinion, it's a very smart investment. Check it out. Ask questions. Call the metal companies. You can call Money Metals, Miles Franklin. There's a whole bunch of them. Give them a call. They'll talk to you.
Oh, you know what's crazy? So, like I have a public figure page, right? And I don't check my messages. And a guy that works with John Daly, Mahoney, and Andy Scheckman actually emailed. And my manager usually looks at that, but nobody ever brought it up to me. So I just went through my messages and I see they actually are interested in coming on and stuff like that. So I'm waiting for a response for that as well. Plus a lot of different other special guests that are going to be coming on. Right, Jack?
Yes.
Let's see. About copper, Easter Sunday. Chip Daddy, unfortunately, I don't know a lot about golden dragon bonds. Jackie, if you do, if you want to answer that.
On what? I could barely hear you, hun.
About the dragon bonds, the golden dragon bonds. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know much about them either. I don't.
Lady Ultra Mega, Maria, which of the bolivars we need to be holding? Could you repeat? It's the VES, Venezuelan Sabriano. Baja Girl, hey, it's always been event related. Kuwait went in 2 in the afternoon, I think. And Baja Girl, I had a dream on Monday at 11:30. And I kind of trust my dreams. I know it's, in my opinion, it's not going to happen like when people think it is. Troy, Henricks, are redemption centers real or just deal with banks? So I personally only will deal with tier one banks, but the redeeming banks are tier one banks. So do I believe in like a redemption center in a military base? No, I do not. It's a redeeming bank, which is a tier one bank that are participating in your exchange. What will happen to Megan Manberg? What will happen to funds in a bank account once the switch flip? Will they be null and void or back stable coins? So everything is going digital. Your funds will stay in your account. Once it crashes, right? But it's just going to lose value, if that makes sense. Um, and I'm not a fan of keeping a lot of money in the banks anyway because I don't really trust them. Mm. Maddie, B Texas, Venezuela Digital is to be yes, yes. It's the same thing. It's the value and the name. Deborah, hey, thanks for being a member. Should we still try getting set up at a bank in preparation? I definitely would. Yes, you want to build a relationship. You don't want to wait till last minute. Um, let's see, Jam, you welcome.
Hey, Chief. Chief is on.
Oh, hey, how are you? Hold on, I don't see him yet. But I've been having difficulties like the whole time. Um, yes, A Peden, absolutely 100%. Distraction, smoke, everything. They'll tell you nothing is happening. It's all BS. It's all whatever, but it's smoke. You got to let it clear. Hi, Jason Lee Cruz. Lady Ultra Mega, what's going for 18 to $23? Nothing that I know of. Let's see. Hey, Brent. Maria, have you heard anything on the Hungarian? No. Um, yes, Baja Girl. From what I have known, the RV goes hand in hand with Nasara. 100%, in my opinion. All together. The med beds, Nasara Jasara, all of that. Lulu, thank you so much. Do you think we should go at least three different banks first to shop for rates? So what you want to do is you want to, and I'm actually offering bank packages right now, but I will, kind of tell you guys, you want to leverage. You want to use your liquidity and what you have to leverage the bank to get a better situation for yourself, if that makes sense. So you want to say, for example, hey, like I'm coming in, right? And this is the Forex rate. And, you know, I want to get a benefit. So, oh, but they don't want to work with you. But I just went to Wells and they offered me this, right? Now, how are they ever going to know that you actually went to Wells or you even have an account? They won't, right? But they don't want to lose you as a customer because they're making money off of you, especially if you have high liquidity. Does that make sense? So you want to use your leverage. Chip Daddy, I heard the banks cannot set up a QFS. I don't believe in all that. I don't believe in QFS cards. Digital, yes. The fintech. It's all on the blockchain digital system. It's called fintech. Hi, Chief. Chaos. Do you have Discord or Telegram? I have Discord. Margaret, it's the VES. V like Victor, ES. Peden, PNC Bank is absolutely ISO 222 certified and ready. They all are. And Basel 3 compliant. Lady Ultra Mega, all of the ones that you have, the 1 million, BS, the 500 and the 100 is all fine. Um, Baja Girl, there is, so as far as I understand about contract rates, it's people that have them arranged before. Okay. So I'm not, you can negotiate a better rate. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about leveraging and stuff. And the treasury thing, it has to do with the oil for dinar.
Hey, Maria, you have a lot of people asking about your Discord. How can they join?
Can one of my admins put the link in the chat, please? so people can join. Bolivar is going to be huge, in my opinion. It was always the dark horse. And remember, level playing field. So in all the countries, South America, Asia, the Middle East, you can't have one country with a $3 exchange rate and the countries around it be like 50 cents. Does that make sense? Because it's not a level playing field. Bonnie, yes, some credit unions are going to be participating in the exchange. Roland, hi. Only have Rupaya and Dong. They are both going to change value. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. Do you believe in contract rates? No, I do not. I'm sorry. Baja girl, I don't know about that. She said, I heard the Chinese dragons and Wells Fargo. I don't know. I can't talk about something I don't know. I'm sorry. Julie Johnson, I believe all banks will have to comply with the rate on Forex. It's the services that will be negotiated. 100% correct. And you use your liquidity to leverage them and to get benefits and perks for yourself to get a better rate. That is correct. Um, Christian Ton 216. Do you have to have your own humanitarian projects for the Zim agro checks? I don't believe humanitarian project for Zim agros. I think it's only for the the Zim notes, like the T notes. Christian 216, thank you for sending me flowers. Papa G, what's up? Hope you feel better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying. It's just the whole Chella thing really freaked me out. You know what I mean? Because you start to think. Burn is the 1 million Bolivar. Which one? Which Bolivar? The VS? Yes. Thank you, Doc. Hey, Chief, we're closer than ever. It's the best time to be alive, right? Yep, Jason, Lee Cruz, both VND and VS are getting a great currency there, but yep, great return on your investment, in my opinion. Cap is back, man. That's my man. Um, Digitalis Bolivar, Gabrielle. Yes, in my opinion, it's the same thing. It's the value. Blessed, highly favored, 1806. You want to talk to a wealth manager, upper level. You have to try to get in, and I do have big packages. If my admins can put information about that, you guys can email and get info about that and what's included in that. Brexat, I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? Not solid allowed, or what are you talking about? Can you explain, please? And guys, there's no financial advice, okay? Well, Chief, how do you say the best time to be alive, Jack? How does he say it? I'm going to actually bring him on in a little bit, Jack, so he can say a couple of things because we had to get off the stream
Yep,
yard. For
no
some
problem.
for some reason, it didn't work.
Okay.
Chief, did you get the link? Guys, please like, subscribe, and share.
Do you want me to step out, Maria, and I'll just go on the other way?
If you don't mind, I really
Yep, no
appreciate
problem.
you. Thank you for everything. All
No
right, Chief.
problem, dear.
Thank you. Chief, do you want to come on? Papa G, Sabriano Bolivar is going, in my opinion. What a wonderful time to be alive. Okay, Chief, go ahead on. Come on. Brad Cat, I'll post a picture of the Bolivar. Thank you. Jason Lee Cruz, can you briefly go over again about the HCL? I believe they passed it at a secret night meeting. What's up, bud? Sorry, I have no screen. Technical difficulties.
It's okay, Maria. It's good to hear from you. You sound great.
I can't hear you now. Can we hear Chief?
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Maria?
Thank you, Jackie, for everything. Chief, how come I can't hear you? Guys, can you hear Chief?
Yeah, they hear me, Maria. I don't know
I
why.
can't hear you.
Let me
Hold
go
on, let
in.
me go out and come back in. Hold on 1 second. No, you stay there, Chief. Hold on.
You guys good? What's going on? Guys, we're closer than ever to this thing happening. And because the gas prices are going up, and I have the stock that I told you guys that I made with BP oil because BP and Iraq have parted up.
I
And
still
so
can't hear you, Chief.
let me
But
go
go
in and
ahead,
come
you
back.
talk to them since they can hear you.
Well, let me go in and come right back out and see what happens.
I love you. Hold on, he's gonna come back in. How do you guys like the live so far? Give me a thumbs up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
said I heart you. You didn't respond.
Yeah, we good now. We're good now. But greetings,
Your
guys.
volume is low, Chief.
Yeah, the most important thing is that
Like I said, Sandra, I have you could join my Discord. There's information, and I also have a premium Discord, and also we're offering bank packages. If you want information about that, you can email denorinfo2024 at what you call it at gmail.com. Go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Bob, I was
Meeting.
saying I believe we're closer than ever. Uh, I'm quite sure you said this already, but there are certain banks that are now accepting cryptocurrency, crypto now. So the gas prices going up like they are. It's an indication that everything is going to go up. This hyperinflation is happening right in front of our faces right now. So that's a good indication for us because we know when we see these types of patterns that it's going to force the already have a bit closer than we've ever been before, guys. So I'm excited about that. The people are going to feel it between now and April. I'm really feeling like, in my opinion, that this thing is ready to pop. I'm really feeling it, guys. So, now's the time to try to get your trust, to get your affairs in order, make your appointment with Maria, because it's going to get real out there. You want to let these banks who don't know what you're doing. You don't want to know what you're doing. You're going to have that. You're going to have a trust. You're going to have a trust whether you get one from the banks, you get one from me or whoever. You're going to have a trust. And like you said, you don't want to get a trust with a bank because it's known as a skeleton trust. There have been a plethora of people who have gotten their trust in me, who are happy, who have gotten their foreign EIN numbers, who are getting their trust opened up, and they're excited. And so all you would have to do is when they hit that switch, which is going to be soon, all you have to do is just take your foreign currency to the bank and those credits, however much you want to exchange, will hit that trust account so that you can get some quick liquidity, guys. We need it bad. A lot of people out here going through some tough situations right now. So I just want us all to win. So that's why I've been saying that what a beautiful time it is to be alive, guys, when you are connected to the right people. And the right people in your life will help take you from point A to point B. That's the right people and source. And you know the source is our Heavenly Father that created. That source, but that's within us. The source that governs the whole entire world. That's the source. When I say the source. And so a lot of people who don't even know about what we're talking about, we do. So I'm fortunate about that. So don't allow anybody negative to be around you, to put any negative thoughts in your head, to make you feel a certain way, to try to gaslight you out of your inheritance. Stay to yourself, stay quiet, man. And let's pray this thing on in, guys. Pray it on in. But when it happens, we'll be able to create our heaven on earth. And that's the only thing I'm interested in. Creating heaven on earth. And heaven on earth is being able to help those that you love around you and making life better for them. Because life could be greater for us. So I'm excited, guys. Just, keep Maria, me, Jackie, Dr. Kia, Soul Tribe, and people here, keep us lifted in prayer. Because the world needs healing right now. And we're the ones that's going to bring healing to the world based on having our humanitarian projects. We got to get out there, and we shouldn't be inferior. We should be acting like peasants. We shouldn't be arguing or should be mad, having envy, jealous, and malice in our heart. Now we're about to be kings and queens, emperors and emperors, wealthy people, philanthropists. So we need to be practicing on being wealthy in mind and mindset because it's on its way. It's on its way, guys. I'm prepared mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally for this financial miracle that's going to happen in a lot of people's lives. You got to start acting like that right now. Get people out your life who don't belong there. Bring people around you that's deserving of it. That's what time we're in, Marie. I'm excited about it, guys. Life can be a vapor. You can be here one moment and gone the next moment. So you have to respect that. And one day we're not going to be here always. But for the time we're giving, let's hit a grand slam, guys. Go out there, get your purchase order, look at the houses, so you can release some endorphins. Because a lot of you guys are going to have brand new houses paid off and in trust. Got brand new cars paid off. You'll never have to slave over a 9 to 5 job again. You'll be able to travel where you want to. I expect this is what I want for myself and for you guys that are deserving of it, guys. Let's get it. So I bet some of the intel you were talking about, Maria. What were you saying, Maria? Maria? So just to get back, guys, how many of you are prepared to be the generational curse breakers in your family? Put one in the chat. If that's you, put one in the chat and speak this thing into fruition, guys. How many of them?
Chief, it's always such a pleasure to have you on.
It's always a pleasure to be on with you, Maria.
Huh? Yeah. We're gonna be doing a call in Discord after this. Are you gonna join?
Yeah, I'm sure for sure. Well, I'm out.
TCB69 mods, get rid of him or whatever that is. Those guys are a clown. I don't. You can go away. You're like, you just. I don't know if you're a man or a woman or what you are, but I'm not gonna have you come over here and insult my guests, okay? Because of jealousy and hatred. Because you wish you can be like us. So keep hating because by you hating, that shows that we're doing something right. So have a nice day, loser, and go watch people that will tell you that God came to their Jeep and fill you up with a bunch of garbage information. Have a nice day. Bye bye, hater.
He probably got
Remove.
he probably got small hands and feet.
Right.
He probably got a blow up doll in the house that he controls. And the blow up doll, the blow
Hey,
up
Chief,
doll,
we have haters. That means we're doing something right. In
yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion, mods, get rid of this idiot now, please. Sorry. In my opinion. Bye, loser,
His
hater.
his
Bye
his,
bye.
his blow up
Not in the
doll
mood for
probably
this.
his his
Goodbye.
blow his
Bye
blow up
bye.
doll his blow up doll broke up with him.
Mods, get rid of that person, please.
His blow up dog. She's sick and tired of him. She don't even want no parts of him anymore. How you doing?
Yeah, it is in my opinion, but my opinion is very researched and intelligent. I don't know much about your opinion, but mine is quite intelligent. Thank you, hater. Bye bye. Go ahead, Chief. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, we're doing fine over here. You
I
know,
love haters. I love haters because
listen,
that shows me that I'm doing something
haters,
right.
haters ain't hating on average people. So you have to be above average to have haters. Haters want to be where you are, and they can't be, and so they're jealous of you because haters are lonely. So haters need some company because they're lonely. So I'm feeling sorry for that lonely man, or whatever it
Oh,
is.
hold on, Chief. You know what was said, guys? That that individual is the only female on YouTube content creator that talks about the dinar. So I guess I'm not a female, Chief. I mean, I think I'm more of a female than she will ever be. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, really? I guess I have to come back to YouTube and post like 1,000 videos every like 5 minutes. Then I'll be considered a content creator. I just had to put that out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I feel
I'm gonna
sorry
be
for
on a
she.
roll, bro. Like I'm gonna be
She,
on a roll
she, she
in a
probably got a.
minute.
She
It's a
probably got a.
great time to be alive because
No
we're
doubt
about
it
to be
is.
millionaires, and the haters are gonna keep running their mouth, and they're still gonna be in the positions they are today and hating on successful, gorgeous people,
Oh yeah, no
intelligent
doubt.
that have much going on.
You see what they
I'm
hating
just
on?
on a roll tonight, guys.
That's what they hating
I
on
love
right
your
there.
outfit. Wow, that's fire. That's isn't it his
Fuji,
outfit fire?
Fuji. That's what they hating on right there. That's what they hating on right there.
Right.
They hating
Hey
on.
hater, can you look like that? I don't think so, but whatever.
It's
Sorry.
all
Okay, we're
good.
gonna stop busting on people now, Chief. Come on, we're giving
It's
them
all,
too much attention. We can't do
it's
that.
all good.
We gotta
It's all
focus on
good.
our wealth and we gotta focus on everything that's about to happen and we gotta prepare for the
That's right.
new wealthy millionaires that
The
are
new,
about to be
the
hot
new
like
one
fire,
percenters. The
partying
new
on
one
a boat
percenters.
at a white party, drinking Cristal. That's what we got to focus on, guys.
Hey,
Let's
Janelle,
manifest it.
everybody who's gonna be the new one percenters, put a one in the chat. If you're gonna be the new one percenter, put a one in the chat. I am. Somebody put a one in the chat for me.
That made me laugh, Chief. I needed a laugh. I really did.
It's all good. That's why I did all that to make you laugh. She probably got a spoon full of hair.
Oh my God. Chief, we're going to be doing a live tomorrow again,
Okay. Oh,
guys. So, we're going to, are you finished, Chief? So we
yes,
can
I am.
end.
I am.
Um, and guys, you'll never guess how old he is. I'm not going to give up his age, but you know, it's quite, how can I say? It's quite inspiring to know how old he is and for him to look the way he does. So
I'll
good
tell you.
job, Chief. Love it.
I'll be 55, so I'm not afraid.
And so if we're done, guys, if there's no further questions, I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. And please like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe. I'm gonna beg you for subscriptions. Only if you guys like the information, that is. And if you want to join my Discord, I have a general and I have a premium. You could follow the link. And if you have want any information on the bank packages, please feel free to email for more information. For any information as far as trusts and anything like that is concerned. And Chief is also getting involved in new projects that we're going to discuss soon, correct, Chief?
That's correct.
So any questions for him, you can reach him at unityinmotion45@yahoo.com. For Jackie, it's vitalforces.net. My link to join Caleb and Brown is in the description. And thank you all for being here. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I hope you guys liked it. And love you all. And thank you so much. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you to my admins. You guys are amazing. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, guys. See you guys, y'all. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Chief, join us. Okay. Bye bye.